Hey, what's going on, everybody? I have a Ragnarok Odyssey Ace Collab video for you, and I just looked this game up about an hour ago, and apparently it came out yesterday for the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation Vita. I watched the trailer for it, and it looks pretty good. It looks like it has more content than a lot of action RPGs out there. Just, action RPGs haven't really been my thing. I'm more of the traditional Japanese RPG style, turn-based, like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, all that. Those are just the games I grew up on, so they kind of run in my blood. But if there's a free download or something in the PlayStation Network, like a demo, then I'll definitely download it and give it a shot, because it looks pretty fun, and I'd try it. Just try before you buy, you know. But that's that. Regarding the team I'm using in this run, it's a mono-fire attacker team, but I wouldn't recommend anybody to use mono-fire because the boss of this dungeon starts as a water type, and then it turns into a grass type once you get its hit points down to below half. I ran mono-fire because it was my first time in the dungeon, so I wasn't really sure what to expect, and it was a cheap team that I could throw together that could fit the restriction. And I had to use all of my skills in one turn just to get rid of the water section of his health bar. And this is only on Master difficulty. I imagine Legend is ridiculously harder. And I'm not going to tackle it just yet because I've been ignorantly ignoring how smart it is to hold on to non-evolved monsters. I'm going to tell you a story about what happened to me in the Batman machine the first time I encountered it. This is back in October, and I must have rolled like 8 times in the Batman machine. I got 5 of the Batman Batarangs, then I got 2 Robins, then I got a Catwoman. I fed 4 Batmans to 1 Batman. I got 2 skill ups, which is okay, and then I evolved it. Now the Robin, I fed 1 into the other, and I got a skill up. Then I evolved him too. Then later on, I find out both Batman and Robin unevolved are great 10 cost leaders with 4 stars. So I just threw away the best monsters I could, especially Robin. Like if you have Robin and you can combo pretty well, then it's going to be pretty easy. I imagine Robin could take out this Ragnarok collab on Legend because the bosses on rounds 4 and 5 take a long time to do their moves. So you can spend a turn with Robin, just sit there and manually set up a board where you can do a manual change the world and just sweep them away in one hit. So really kind of makes me upset that I fused my Robin away. And I didn't roll last Batman collab because, I don't know, it just makes me so upset that I fused a Robin. And I don't really want to spend 5 stones to try to get another one. But, you know, I guess you have the chance of getting the Batman too, and I lost that Batman. So I might as well roll a few times next time the Batman machine comes out. I think you guys should too if you haven't rolled in the Batman machine because those are some pretty good monsters. I think they are some of the best collab monsters that we currently have until we get that Hunter x Hunter collab. Which is pretty funny. Some guy posted an April Fool's on the forums. It's like the Puzzle and Dragons Gung Ho Facebook. They made it so it was like they posted that the Hunter x Hunter collab was coming over, and then people were freaking out. And I figured it was a joke because I doubt that collab is ever going to come to the US. And it was April 1st, so you really shouldn't believe anything on the internet on April 1st. It's kind of like a standard rule of thumb for people who've been surfing the internet for a while. Oh yeah, something else that's pretty funny. The leader that you see here, Rowdy Red Samurai Goblin, up until 2 weeks ago, I had no idea that he was the evolved form of the regular Samurai Goblin. I look at it now and it's so obvious, like Samurai Goblin, Rowdy Red Samurai Goblin, of course, but I got this guy from a special dungeon. I think it was Tengu, and he dropped as Rowdy Red Samurai Goblin, and I just kind of assumed that he was a special drop because I never did that dungeon more than a few times, and just I had no idea that he was the evolved form of Samurai Goblin because every Samurai Gob that I farmed went for skill ups because I have 4 Gigas. I have 2 Red Giant Gigas and I have 2 Gigas the Great. And I never bothered to evolve a Samurai Goblin further than that state. So now that I know this, I'm probably going to build 2 more Rowdy Red Samurai Goblins because I think they're pretty good for 4-star monsters. They have a skill that's easily skill upable, or whatever you want to call it. You just feed him samurai goblins. In other pad related news, we just had the Godfest, Japanese 1.0 and Greco-Roman 2.0, along with 5 element gods and Odins, Sonias, and Metatrons. I think it was a good Godfest to roll in, but I did not roll because I didn't want any of the 5 element gods, and I already had Orochi and Yomi, so I'm just going to wait for the Greco-Roman 2.0 to be paired with something else. And if you rolled and you got one of the Greco-Roman gods, then that's pretty good, because the double attack stance skill, I think, is one of the best skills in the game. They're not really good leaders, but as subs, they're fantastic. Then you have the Japanese 1.0, and they're all pretty good. You have Orochi and Yomi, who are probably the best in that series. Then you have Amatetsuru, who is the best healer in the game. Then you have Susanoo, who is one of the best wood subs in the game. Then Kakatsuchi, he's probably the worst of the 5, mainly because Ultimate Echidna just came out and she has the same leader skill as him pretty much. So he's going to need to get a buff in order for him to top that. So I imagine it's coming soon. I'm pretty sure they're aware of that. Oh, look at this. This is where I used all 4 of my offensive skills and then cleared the board and all that damage just to take out the water section of his health bar. So once again, mono fire isn't really the best way to take out this dungeon. However, speaking of mono fire, I do want to make one of those teams because I saw those twin dragons come out in Japan, and they're soon coming over to the States. And the fire one, the evolved form, is 4 times attack to all fire monsters when your hit points are full. The water one does the same thing, 4 times attack for water when your hit points are full. But the fire, you have access to Echidna delay. And then I can put like Strawberry Dragon in there for row enhances. And then what else can I do? I can probably put a Goman in, make the whole board red. That'd be pretty cool. But Goman's probably better for that, so I don't know. It's going to be cool when that comes out, because those 2 monsters are going to add a lot of different teams to what we already have. And it's one of the things I like about this game, is how much variety there is. But other than that, this video is coming to a close. I would like to thank all of you for watching my video. Leave a comment if you wish. I read all of them, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.